Check, check. Gonna be trying some things out here. Mainly and namely, making sure all of the audio equipment is working. But I also need to tune up a little bit myself. So here we are. Gonna be running my projector along with my camera. Sorry, I'm kind of behind the camera at the moment, trying to make sure this railbird.ai kind of thing is correctly set up. All right. So now that that's going, gotta wait for my projector to come up. But in the meantime, at the very least, we can throw some balls out and warm up a little bit. I'm also going to be wearing the headset, kind of trying to commentate my own gameplay as we go, because I don't have an external mic that I can just put on my shirt. So just trying to keep things a little bit loose here. Warm up a little bit. Where that 3 ball is at, I'm not too sure about being able to get back to where the cue ball is, so I might need to play 2 rails forward, try to get between the 9 and 6 to maybe stun back a little bit, because the 5 ball has the narrowest of margins to go into this corner pocket over here. But I don't really like it. I think playing 3 rails forward to stop shy on this rail here to play the 5 here. makes the most sense.
Imagine
At least
creating
to
a
me
fresh
right now.
branded survey in as little as 30 seconds. Well,
So
that's
let's see if I
SurveyMonkey
can make
with a
that
boost
happen.
from AI. Enter a simple prompt and the AI can draft the survey for you. Drop in your logo and get a custom look and
Too
feel
far.
instantly. Now you're ready to send out
Way
the
too
survey.
far.
AI gets to work uncovering insights, highlighting the trends and themes
Way
you might
too
otherwise
far.
miss. And if you want to know more, just ask.
No,
With
gonna need
SurveyMonkey,
to
say
jump it.
goodbye to guesswork, get real answers from humans, and real insights from AI.
Luckily, I got my handy dandy jump stick. Put that together. I do dislike that I have as many ads as I do have for YouTube coming through, but I can't say nothing. I'm not going to be paying for no ads from YouTube. It's not that important to me. There's where I need to hit. Now, I'm not sure why my projector program isn't coming up. Might need to mess with that a little bit, but here I was trying to be cute, go 2 rails. I made the ball. Don't matter though. So where I would have liked to be on the 4 ball, somewhere like here. So I want to play the pattern. That's where I need to be on that line. I don't want to play too deep to the corner though. I feel like if I just I do want some angle, but what angle do I want? I think it's a tough ask. Maybe if I go toward that. Diamond and a half from the far pocket. Was wrong. I played that wrong. Now I'm on the wrong side of where I wanted to be, which I guess is okay. Still have an angle, but that does make it more difficult. So where can the 7 ball go? It doesn't go to that pocket. It can go here, but position's tight. Up there is easy, but again, position is short. Very, very short. But if I can stun draw to get up just above this line on that side, I think I'll be okay getting there. Nope, got below it. Okay. So what can I do then? What can I make happen? Oh, that is tight. Tight, tight, tight. I don't like it. 3 rails around hard, maybe 5. But it's so straight. So straight. I think safe is a better bet. Stick it behind the pile. Split rails. Good. Not bad at all. So that leaves the jump, but it's a very long jump bank draw. And I don't have that kind of draw power with a jump stick. So, question becomes, how am I going to get to the 7? I would need to cut it in 2 rails and come back this way off the 6. I don't think that's going to happen. But how far is that? 4/5 roughly. Right about there. I'll take the good hit. I'll take the good hit. Okay. And it leaves it wonky. Wonky's okay by me. So let's play the bank. And in doing so, try to stun draw. Just going to bring it there. Some right. Bring it down. Now, I don't think that's going to work. Well, I brought it down. I cleared a path for the 7. But I gotta clip off the top edge, get the 6 ball to come back up to this end of the table. Use the 8 as a stopper. Like that. Use the 7-10 as blockers. This thing is making me a little bit mad now. Not sure what's going on with this thing. We're gonna shut it down and reboot, because it's a thing. Now, a jump is actually a terrible idea. Because even if I make it and I can stun over to the rail, that either leaves me with an extremely thin, well, not extremely, but a pretty thin cut, which will put me directly into the 8 ball, or a bank, but it's a long bank, very long bank. Let's see. Hey, it's up and running now. Let's see if I can make this jump. headset doesn't want to stay behind my ear. It wants to come forward. I mean, probably because I'm constantly turning my shoulder here. But we'll see. See? Bad idea all around. I made the ball, but it doesn't matter. Put that back. And now we'll run down. So got ball in hand. I want to leave myself a decent angle on the 8 ball to come 2 rails this way. And I want to stay off of this rail. I want to either hit it and come off, or just come wide enough to stay off of it to begin with. I think first things first, make the 7. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Jesus. I love that I get dead straight on balls all the time. And then I have to manufacture angle with spin. Alright. So I can cheat the pocket a little bit. That'll give me some angle. Got a stun with a lot of left. Or just a little bit of left, but powerful. Because I don't want to spin too far. That's fine. So I have an angle. I think instead of trying to hold it, I'm going to try to go off this bottom rail and come back up. Not fine, fun. That's super fun. Okay. There we go. Okay. Alright, so we're gonna dig in here and load some 9-ball drills. Up button, Billiard University stuff, no. Or ball pocketing drills, master. I don't like that these don't have like specific game types. It's just ball pocketing. Probably get that Dr. Dave's thing for the video encyclopedia of 9-ball, whatever the heck. See if I can get those on this one. Transitional speed control, starter module, games around the clock. No. So ICA drills are a no. just like a bunch of crap. We'll go with bullseye. No, not ICA. Dirt. Bullseye. Enter. Jesus. Okay, so it's just positional. Just positional stuff. This should be fun. It would be nice if I could get these to stay right where I want them to stay. And one of my issues is if a drill doesn't make sense to me, I can't do it. I can't get behind it. It annoys me. But so okay. So drill is to use 1 1/4 tips of low, while the object ball is offset in the side pocket, and it is specifically set up as offset. So using that 1 1/4 tips of low, which and this says using 2.25 table lengths of speed to get it to come off the side of the one ball and sit in the target area. Now, I don't know if it's going to be 2 1/4. In the target zone, but not in the bullseye of the target zone. So still counts, but not perfect, which is fine. So just a touch firmer. Instead of hitting the rail that time, it went straight down. Again, these are offset to one side of the side pocket. There you go. It don't get much more bullseye than that. Like certain things, if I'm doing a drill, I'm gonna set up a scenario that it makes sense to do that drill in. Like if it's just, hey, get to this area, I can't get behind it. It weirds me out. It's just, hey, get to this area. Why? That's too far. Yep, outside of the zone. And then I lightened way too much up on that. Battling the sniffles here, and it's killing me. Back in the zone, but not quite as far as I need to be. So 2 so far, we're completely out. it's on that line between the bullseye and the next one. Zone 2. And like in this case, if I'm playing 9-ball, this is the 9-ball. I don't need to get to that position. I just need to play stop shot. That's what I mean by it doesn't make any sense. Like I need it to make sense. Let's go to the next one. Actually, let's just go all the way to the top. Start there. Okay, so this is, I guess, a replacement. Looks like it. So it looks like this is just a replacement shot. For anybody that may not know what a replacement shot, it's a stun follow to replace the object ball with the cue ball. Now you could make this continuous in the sense that you could, if you're skilled enough to replace the ball every single time, you could just have other balls being used as the cue ball. But yeah, I'm not, but that's what practice is for. So, stun follow. Down a little too far. I'm still in the zone, but replacement is better. That's much better. I was a little off on the aim, so it went to the right, but where it landed was definitely within one ball of the original spot. So I need to readjust back to the left a little bit, but hit it almost the exact same, maybe a touch less follow. I overcorrected to the left. So I need to bring it back to the right a little bit. Follow. Let's repeat. I'm going right back to the right on that one. So I need to find that happy medium. So let's bring it back with just a stop shot rather than a stun follow. See, I like to play my stop shots with maximum low. So as much draw as I can possibly get, but change the speed. It also helps me train my draw stroke when I'm doing that. So maximum low here, and it stops it dead. no forward momentum, no left or right on that one. So I'm trying to hit it with the same speed, but bring the tip up a little bit and have the spin die off a little bit later, or rather sooner, so that the momentum takes over. And right back to right where we started, just going a little bit farther forward. But I'm like, regardless, I'm staying within the target zone, but I would like to have the replacement. So it had a little bit of a follow. It's kind of teetering on that line between the zone 2 and the bullseye. But ironically enough, this instruction thing down here is telling me that I should use 2 lengths of the table worth of power and 1.25 tips of draw, which is weird. Because if I use 2 lengths of the table of power, so basically a lag shot, but much closer to the rail than I normally am. That's actually a little bit hard, but it doesn't help that I'm right up against the wall here. So roughly that amount of power. At this distance with 1 1/4 tips of low. 1 1/4. So if that's center, that's 1 and that's 1/4. And it just still goes forward. I don't like the way they're explaining that. Like, I mean, it kind of works, but at the same time, I'm not a fan. Looks like I might need to calibrate though. Hold on. We gotta move the whole line, so select calibration line using the tab. Or here. Need to come down some. That one. This one. Here. Tab. It's pretty good there. Yeah, that one's good. That one's good. Yeah, that one's good. Okay. Okay. So from the looks of it, it's a 2-rail kick to then come off of the side rail to get into position. So because it's set up the way it is, I'm going to set it up kind of like this to make it make sense for me. And anytime I'm working with somebody, I always tell them the same thing. Like, it has to make sense for them. Otherwise, like, why are you doing it? It doesn't make any sense. It's silly. So in this case, it's just asking for top spin, 2.5 lengths of the table. I'm going to follow the line directly and see what happens. Just follow. Okay, so it's off. I need to aim slightly inside of that line. Not a whole lot.
Whoa.
So I still need to
What's
come
that?
out farther,
I just built a budgeting app in Base 44.
Guys,
but at the very least I
Nina just
made
built
it.
an app.
Impossible. Nina can't code. Interesting.
Now I can use the same spin, but
I
aim
can
just
now.
a
Nice.
touch
So you're saying we
farther
can all build
inside the
apps now?
line.
Yeah.
So
I gotta
whereas
make
this is
one.
the line
Just built an
originally,
inventory tracker.
Protein
I was aiming right
calculator.
here,
A workflow
and
manager.
aim
That's
just a
Traxxas,
touch
so I was for the
farther
group
over.
lunch.
Trash duty schedule.
Since no one seems to care.
Just built a
I just
performance
created a goal
manager.
tracking system.
We built the same thing, didn't we?
Yep.
Can this thing manage content?
Is the SOC compliant?
I want to animate this graph.
Create a party
Interesting. I
player.
mean, it still
Perfect.
went, but that doesn't matter.
Inter-office dating app
So let's
for dogs.
figure out what's going on.
for office
A little
dogs.
farther inside, maybe.
You know what I mean?
So I'm on the line, but because it's the outside line, I'm not counting that.
You
I
just
did not get that one. So
you
you
feel
hit
hopeless at
firmer
that
still.
moment. What
That
is the
means
next
what
step?
I'm gonna
What
do
we
is I'm
gotta
actually
do to
to
get this
the
figured out.
original
We
line,
were able to get a referral in
put a
and we
touch
were
of
headed to
left
St.
or
Jude
running
by
spin,
that following
and
Monday.
open up the angle.
You can't really describe the type of hope that they
You see?
give
That's
you.
that's so
as
much
a
easier.
Because you,
You see,
go
just
in expecting the
comes all the
worst.
way out.
and I feel like in our case, we got a lot of the best.
The fact that
Well, the
we don't
original
receive a
line
bill
with
from
maybe
St.
like
Jude is, it's incredible.
a
You can't
third
put
to a
price
half a
tag
tip
on that type
of left spin.
generosity. We are living proof.
So, original line, half a tip of spin. It's still using top because it's not like you can get just left, so it's top left. I missed it entirely that time. Too much, so I need to dial back the left spin just a little bit. I need to dial back the power now. One of these days I'm going to get like one of them perimeter lights and try to mount the projector from directly above. I think that'll help. Weird. I put more spin on it that time and it checked. I can still make that 9 ball. I think maybe put it like there. No, I mean I can still make that. Maybe if I make it make sense by no, because that's just use more left. Setting it up like there. No. it makes sense. Alright. Next one. Where's the target? This is supposed to be the bullseye target thing. Nope, skip. Okay, so I think that one's supposed to be on the rail. And that's the target zone as the head spot or foot spot. Which, again, why? This says just top. Okay. So I got in the position zone on that one, or at least the target area. Move that over. So the target area actually circles way out here. And then there's a smaller, like, hey, you did better. And then bullseye, small in the middle. So I got to the hey, you did better. But that actually, it's going a little bit wide. So maybe a little bit more top. See what happens. So that was the one. Let's go with 1.5. I didn't hit it. No, that's on me. I mean, it did seem like it's going on the correct trajectory, though. Let's see if we can fix that problem. It did fix the problem. It tightened it up a little bit. That's good. So again, from here, it's saying 2.5 table lengths, 1 tip of follow. I'm using like 1.25. And I don't think I'm hitting it that hard. Maybe I should, though. So it's going right through it, but I need to check up the speed a little bit on that one. that one's completely on me. I put some unintentional left spin on that. I checked the angle quite a bit off the first rail. Not bad. But again, like, if I don't have an understanding as to why, that's what gets me hung up. Like, say for instance, just for instance, it's not 9 ball, it's 10 ball, just because, whatever. Like, I get that that's a good spot to be in, but it's not real good unless the ball's here. Because then no matter where in that circle you are, you can make this ball. But that to me means that, like, the position window that I'm trying to hit is actually anywhere from the ball all the way to the 9 at that point, and then all the way straight across. Like, I need it to make sense. Because if I'm playing for the 10 ball, that's how I'm going to play that position. Because, like, I have the tiniest little bit of an angle, I don't have to worry about following it in, and I just hit it. Like, I'm not going to try to check up here, I'm going to try to check up there. And soft. That's just me, I guess. Next drill. Right back to where we were the first one. So skip that. So why? Why? Why do I need to be there? Specifically, why do I need to be there? That's, again, where I'm having problems understanding these drills. Like, I need context. Say, for instance, like, for me to need to get position here, quarter tip of right spin, 2 1/4 lengths of the table. Why would I play to the small? Why would I play short side? Like, I'm gonna put left spin on it and try to come there, but 2 1/4 with a quarter tip of right. So now I'm going to have to kick at it. play for? I don't understand it. And I'm playing directly into a pocket, like. Like if I go any farther, I feel like I'm gonna go right in a drink. Like it's doable, but it's risky, unnecessarily risky. So here's how I would play it. Smart. Smart. This headset is very hot. But here we are. That's still cuddable. Like I try to make sense out of position zones, and this one to me does not make sense. Like that is such a risky place to try to play for. Like it's definitely doable. Imagine pressure being in the middle of like a tournament or playing for a fair sum of something, and then going in for it. Like that's all right. I would argue that that is the better place to be rather than here on the rail. Why would I want to be here? That's dumb. But it is what it is. Actually going to open up secondary Facebook. I'm going to go and look at my profile and then share the stream to a couple of places. To a couple of groups. Share there. But yeah. Okay, so let's actually work on some 9-ball here, because these drills are kind of not particularly helpful at the moment. Shut these down. We'll get a rack up. The 9-ball, which is a change because I've been playing 10-ball for the past couple of days in preparation for a tournament that was yesterday that I showed up and they said it was 9-ball. Dumb. So I changed my break style for a bit. Can't go back and change it again right afterward. Now without some practice time at least. Close that out. Back over here. And for anyone that may be watching, this stream is also going on YouTube, on Twitch, and Facebook. If you're my Facebook friend, you can see it on my profile. If you are on Twitch, look for Beast Manny, BeastManni. And on YouTube under the Bearded Beast Billiards. Oh, and when I showed up, it was also 9 on the spot, break from the box, template rack on a bar box. It's a lot of extra crap for no reason. Backside of it, that's fine. Okay. So now we get to try to get center table above the 9, and ideally with a clear path to the 2-ball. So I'm going to play this with a little bit of right spit, and hopefully it'll check up off this rail and come back down into this area. So I can stun out for the 3-ball, play top, come over for the 4, play the 5 up in the corner with a little bit of an angle. I'm going to get like here for the 5, go up, go straight across, play the 6, come out for the 8 on the side, and play the 9 here. That'll be nice. Let's see how much I messed that up. Already a lot. It's not as bad as I thought it was. But now, instead of being on that side of the 9, I'm on this side of the 9. I can kind of hold it by rolling slow, and that will give me an okay angle on the 3 ball, but I just want to be real careful. Real careful. So now if I play this with just a hair of top, I want to make sure that I still have a decent angle. I want to be above this line. I want to be on that side. So I can play come straight up. And although the 5 ball does go in the side, technically it doesn't give me a good position on the 6.
Usually getting a phone for $0 is too
So-
good to be true. A hassle, but not at Verizon. Now, when you make the
I
switch to
would've liked
Verizon,
to be,
America's
like,
best
here.
network, you can get the new Samsung Galaxy S26 Plus for $0. No drama, no hassles.
I gotta
No trade-in
spin
needed when you
over
get a
to
new
the
line on
side
select
rail
unlimited plans. Talk about a no-brainer.
and try to
Best network based on
Oh,
root
okay.
metrics, best overall mobile
Oh.
network performance, US 2H
I just
2025. All
oh,
rights
I
reserved.
gotta
See Verizon.com for details.
Gotta spin. And I spun it too much. Okay, so I messed it up. See if I can correct the mistake. So I don't want to be too punchy. Clearly I wanted to be a little bit more punchy than that. Jesus. Okay. Okay, back in line. Original player, Breaker is back at the table. Commentating yourself is kind of weird. I'm gonna draw with a little, just a touch of right. Make sure I come off of that rail and ideally sit there, or at least on that line. Close enough to it, so I think we're doing okay. Ugly. Ugly, ugly, ugly. So I also have Railbird.ai running, tracking all the shots that I've made on this stream. Running that from my phone. While that's running, it's doing its little analytics thing, which I don't know if I'm a fan of. Like, it'll show you what's wrong, or at least what you missed. But as far as giving you any helpful tips or hints or anything like that, nothing. Nothing at all. was a dead stop. Dead stop. I got kicked up. Now, that line goes, it's pretty close. Get in there. Why not? Jesus. Going forward is a bad idea. Trying to stun across with right is an okay idea. Maybe a touch of draw. Just make sure I avoid that side pocket. So that's my position area. This is a good position area. But play it safe, take a thick or take a thin cut. Okay. Let's see if I get another stupid kick. Hopefully the answer to that is no. You know, honestly, for this black set, I think they should have stuck with the orange 5-ball instead of going with purple. But it is what it is. Honestly, I just got sick of packing up and then lugging around the one set of balls that I had. So we got a second set of balls. Wow. I mean, that's something. Can I roll off of the side of the one so that the one doesn't go too far? And have the 2 ball go into the 3. Nope. No, I can't. Nope, nope, nope. Oh, wait, I dropped the 9? I didn't even see I dropped the 9 off the break. I did. I win. I win. Didn't even need to play that. Nice. I think the wife just woke up from a nap. Wasn't even paying attention. I need to pay attention more to what was dropped. That's just unfortunate. Okay, so the 6 and the 8 dropped. The 2 is in a wonky place. So there. Or somehow run into the 4 ball. Get it out of the way. I did a thing. Oh, maybe I can get the 2 ball to go over there. I'll take it. Okay, so 2 on the side, 3 rails for position on the 3-9 combination. That's what I'm looking at so far. Are there any other better shots? Could play the firm bank with a tiny bit of draw for the same. But the 2 ball, like the cut is just, it's just there. And if I don't stun it too much, I'm not going to come far. I'm going to come kind of deep into this pocket. Yeah, I think I like the cut more. Too deep. Should play the bank. Unfortunate. this house. Maybe I'll put a fan down here. Something. Everything's up here. That's nice. That's a thing. Two ball does go over there. I mean, I might be able to make that. That way I can complete the 11 ball. Because hitting the 7 ball pushes the 7 closer to the 3 ball, tying that up some. But I just play the 2. Just play it. Yeah, just play the 2 ball. Yep, break and run, Mickey Mouse out. The hardest shot was the 2 ball, honestly. Boom. If all the racks could be like that, that'd be great. Super wonderful. Did I start a 1,000 break and runs series? If so, that's number 20 or whatever. I do think it's funny that some people will put some type of a stipulation or I don't know, some type of rule on a set just to try to lessen the amount of potential break and runs people might get, like playing a set. That's not gonna happen. But I left it weird, so it's okay. It does bank. It does bank. And now that 3 ball it doesn't make the side pocket huge, but it won't stop the cue ball from going in if it catches like the right angle. And I'm right up on this wall too, so that doesn't help. Okay. All right. So, two ball being where it's at, does it bank? It does not, at least not to the corner. Nope, doesn't bank anywhere. So I would need to make something happen there. Not sure why it got all wonky. I mean, maybe it's just super delayed. Who knows? But actually, let's play the 1 into the 2-4, draw over for the 3. Nope. And I just freed one thing up to ruin another. Nope, that's not gonna work either. I needed to hit it. Needed to. Oh. Makes things easy when you mess up that bad. Put a little draw on it, but it's okay. Oof. How long have I been going for? Hour and a half? It's not bad. But like just throwing balls out and hitting them. I could do that all day, but need to practice recovery off of a break. That. At least it was a good hit. Now a follow. I might be able to come off that background hold with the 4 ball. Nope, right in the hole. Right in the hole. Don't get much better than that. That's the best shot in the world. Okay. 3 ball being up table. I'm going to come back a little bit. So we're going to play this kind of like one pocket. That's a terrible one pocket shot, by the way. Never play it like that. That's a terrible shot. And I can't twist it back either. The 9 ball's too much in the way. I play one rail to kick at it, to play it. That's going to put me right in the side pocket. I know it. But because I'm stupid. Okay. And that's going to be difficult. Right on. Not ever. Oh man. I'm like the best pool player in the world, in case anybody was wondering. I'm gonna go one rail. I need a bridge over the 9 ball. I need to come at it pretty hard. I need a kick, bank, long rail. Go for the corner pocket way over yonder.
Score big savings this week at Grocery Outlet. Your extreme
Nope,
value
that's how you
headquarters.
foul
Dinner
everywhere.
just got easier with 1 pound of 93% lean grass-fed ground beef for just $4.99. Plan a nacho night
Like I
with
said,
all the
best player
toppings,
ever.
or serve up a big pot of warm chili. The meal possibilities are endless when you can stock up without breaking the budget. This deal is only available until March 24th while supplies last. Hurry to your local grocery outlet today.
Grocery Outlet Bargain Market.
Best player ever. Best player ever. I think because it's hot, I'm getting more and more frustrated. especially with stuff like that. Like, there's no way I hit that hard. And yet the evidence would suggest otherwise. I think I'm so used to recovery shots at this point. It's kind of like my go-to. So instead of playing safe, I just keep trying. Instead of just play the safe and then maybe I'll play it right and get back to the table. Maybe I won't. Who knows? Maybe they'll get lucky. Maybe they'll be just really good. Be able to hit the ball. But I get stuck in my own pattern of, nah, I should be able to get out from here. Because there are some times where there's no way that I should be able to make it out, but then I do. So I try to apply that across the board when I certainly should not. But that's the thing, is how do you get better unless you challenge yourself to get out in those weird positions? But then instead of just keeping that on the practice table and then just getting better, I get locked into this, I should be able to get out of here kind of mentality. Now, does the 2-9 go? Yes. So, follow. And 2-9. Games like that don't really give you much for analysis as far as true strategy or position play, because it's so very straightforward that what can you really get from it? Like, the one was basically pointed at the pocket saying, hey, shoot me here. And then the 2-ball just right lined up with the 9. But I guess from an objective standpoint, from a non-subjective, non-linear point of view, it's more like a wibbly-wobbly, timey-wimey ball of stuff. For those of you that get that reference, I applaud you. Though the quote was technically off. Why does it do that? So from here, like I have to play short side for the 3 to go there for the 3, come out for the 4, 5, 6, 7, 9. But the short side is difficult, and if I can get here, I mean it's still technically short side, but it'll go once the 2 ball's gone. It's technically easier. But you gotta make the 2 ball first. Rails out, 2 rails out. Two rail behind it, maybe. Go that way. But it's gonna come this way. Even if I do hit it, it's gonna go that way. Since I need it to hit below the pocket, but well above the ball, I need to spin into the rail. So that goes there, and with a tip of spin, it goes to the side pocket or toward it. No, it's half a tip. I'll take a good hit. I'll take it. Okay. I'll push this back. Almost having roughly the same shot that I had before. I'll take it. Though it's not necessarily Mickey Mouse, it shouldn't be ridiculously difficult. See, here's where I get messed up, and I know this is on me. Is I end up wanting to play this into the side pocket instead of just stunning it straight across, play in the corner. So I think to avoid trying to stun it across, I'm going to play it with top, go to the bottom rail and out. Or top rail. As a stop shot. Like a half diamond draw. Or do I pull a me, come straight back to the rail and out, so that I'm in the position that I wanted in the first place? Okay, yeah, let's pull a me. Let's see what happens. The wrong thing happens. That's what. Trying to be smooth, trying to be slick, and then mess it all up. That's how Matt do. So now I'm gonna have to put a little bit of a draw on it just to make sure I avoid that corner pocket. Not too much though. And then some left. Get below the 9, sit on it. Nice. And the 2 rail is there. The 1 rail is there, but it's just a matter of clipping it and coming off of it. Because right here, I can make that in that corner all day. So it's a 2-way that's much more safe than it is 2-way. But in this case, in order to hit 17, 30, 40, 50, 50 and 10, I'm already way off, so 60, 50, 60, 10, and 7, pretty close, 55, 10, 5, 7, 57, 10, back of the pocket there. Perfect. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, damn it. Now we better do it again. 18, 16, 10, 5, 8. Getting close, so we'll shift over a little bit. Did I deserve that? Come on. That was such a good 2-rail kick. It was such a, like, mathematically it was a good kick. Oh man. All right. Okay, I think Matt's done. At least done streaming. Because these headphones, like I said, they're hot, man. They are hot. But if you want to follow any of the socials, they should be somewhere. I'll put them in the chats. I'll do all the things. And then we'll call it a day. searching for them, you are more than welcome to search those up. Like, share, subscribe, do all those things, I guess, whatever. I mean, if you do, you do. If you don't, you don't. But we'll call it a day there. And them's the breaks. So, to everyone, have a good day. It's Sunday, right? Yeah, Sunday. Have a good Sunday.